Well, good evening. Another Tuesday night. That means 7 p.m. Central. It means Dog Tags Bowling Live. What's up, JVB?
Not much. How you doing today?
I'm good, buddy. Did you get a chance to watch the Roth Holman doubles this weekend?
I did not. I was actually bowling in the Tennessee state tournament this weekend. Didn't
Well,
do very good,
hopefully you had it
but
recorded on FS1 because if you did, the whole front row at the foul line is Dog Tags Bowling going across wall to wall.
yeah. So somebody had sent me a picture of it and said, "Hey, are you here? Are you there?" I was like, "No, not this time."
Yeah, we
But
did
yeah,
good. We had myself, we had RJ, we had Vicky, we had tons of people in the house. Monty was there, Barry was there. We literally had 10 feet of the foul line, front row. And then at the end of the show, which is kind of crazy, at the end of the show, we got to stick around and Jason Belmonte and Bill O'Neill got their trophies. They got a sign. They start walking off. They come over the crowd. The very first people they shake hands with was me right there, right like that on TV. It was super cool, and it was great to hang out with those guys. It's always a good benefit when you can sit there and hang out with the best of the best.
yeah,
How's your
for
weekend,
sure.
man? You good? How'd you do at the state tournament?
Well, we didn't do very well, but it's Smyrna's a different type of house. It's pretty
Yeah,
tough.
this is what. So the guest we're bringing on, he's going to have a lot of insight to how it is to bowl all over the country. So it's going to be kind of cool. So if everybody doesn't know, we're bringing on Riley Smith, president of the EYT, works with Deandra. So let's do the dog tags intro. We'll be right back, and we'll bring Riley to the show. Well, let's welcome Riley Smith to the show. Welcome, my friend. How are you, buddy?
Hey guys, I'm doing great. Officially my first ever live interview.
What?
Nice.
Guy's got 15, how many 300s, how many eights? I think he got 15 eights and
Yeah, so
35
over
300s.
30, yeah, over 3,300,
Some
something like
crazy
that.
number. All-American in college, national championship at McKendree. What? First live interview?
Oh shoot, you actually jogged my memory. Second live interview. The first live interview was on TV for the national championship with McKendree 2016.
So, Riley, you see my name. I'm deuce for a reason. I always am number two and not the first one in line. I'm always the second one.
Doing
We've
great.
had a
Thanks
lot.
for having me on, guys.
We've had a
So
lot
if
of first
anybody
timers.
doesn't know, please send in your questions. Let's talk to Riley for a minute. So, Riley, when did you start bowling? How old were you started bowling?
I was young, man, as soon as I could. I started golfing when I was 2 years old, and not long after that, I started bowling as soon as I could. Family was bowlers. My dad, grandparents, my mom even a little bit got into bowling, and I remember sitting on Friday nights watching my dad bowl. I would be down in the bowlers area. I'd have a piece of paper with me, and I was trying to keep score. So, man, it's been a passion ever since I can remember.
Well, that's awesome. Now, did you play any other sports when you were growing up in high school?
I tried them all. High school, I played a little bit of soccer, golf, bowling. Before that, travel basketball, travel baseball. Gave it all a try.
Sure. And then after high school, you went off to McKendree and were part of the 2016 national championship team, correct?
That's right. Yeah, that was the icing on the cake right there. My senior year at McKendree. I went there from 2012 to 2016. Small town in Southern Illinois, right across from St. Louis. But I mean, Dennis Knepper, the whole team at McKendree, all the guys. I mean, still best friends with so many of them. I'm just so happy with my choice of going there. It turned out to be some of the best years of my life.
Yeah, and that's kind of things that we talk about on dog tags is that, the bowling community is really, really big, but it's also very, very small. I mean, it's once you're in it, and I'm not saying I'm in it, I'm just a PBA stalker, but once you're in it, it is so cool to hear the stories of, Let's talk about some of the people bowled in college that are on tour right now, right? You bowl against Lindenwood for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you look at all the guys that are in their, I would say like 28, 29 up to 36 range. I probably bowled against 90% of them.
Right.
You know, AJ Johnson bowled with him, Marshall Kent bowled against him, Kyle Sherman. I mean, you can go on, Nick Pate, Packy Hanrahan. I mean, just so many of them. And that's something I talked to my family and friends about too, is the same thing. It is a small world. And I just feel very lucky to know a lot of those people that are successful, see them on tour, always cheering for them. I send them texts all the time and try to encourage them. It's the PGA Tour, right? It's the PBA Tour of people that we know. It just gave me some chills. You know, we got close access to all these really talented bowlers.
Yeah, and I attributed that same thing, and Jason can say the same thing. Is like, hey, I'm a fan of the PGA, and this is one of the reasons we talk about the PBA. It's the best sport.
Mm-hmm.
I love the NFL. I'm a Chicago Bears fan. I know you're probably a Packer fan. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm a Brett Favre fan, and I root for that guy forever. But when Brett Favre or Walter Payton are getting done playing a game, there's no possible chance that he and I are going to go sit at the bar and have a drink afterwards.
Yeah.
But I literally, when EJ Tackett won the U.S. Open, I got to go have dinner with him.
Amazing.
That doesn't happen anywhere else, man. There are no ropes. When like I said last week, when Jason Belmonte and Bill O'Neill won the doubles, they walk off, they shake my hand. They're not shaking people's hand at the Super Bowl. They're not just doing that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it is such a great opportunity for fan interaction, to be part of the show, to be part of the crew, to see these people over and over again. It is very, very impressive. So, hey, we got lots of people joining. There you go. So, Riley, after college, what did you think? Were you going to pursue the tour?
So yeah, after college, not full time on the tour. I tried to be Superman and get a full time job, and then do as many regionals as I could. You know, traveling to wherever I could in my car. I was going to Ohio, back to St. Louis, as far north as I could into Iowa. I was going all over, man, Michigan. And then just after just so much time of trying to do that, it just wears at you. And you know, I had a plan to focus on my career, where I'm at Uline right now. And I've just been blessed to be in that situation, and they're treating me great. So I wanted to be in business. That was my ultimate goal. And I want to try to bowl as much as I could. So yeah, right out of college, man, I was a weekend warrior. I was getting out of work on Friday. I was driving maybe 5-6 hours, trying to bowl my best, and then head back Sunday night, go to work on Monday.
It does not make an easy, conducive life. And you have a new bride too, so that would make it even a little harder. How long have you and Megan been married?
We're going, June will be 2 years.
2 years. I knew it was relatively early, so congrats to you guys.
Thank you.
And if anybody doesn't know, I think Megan might be the better bowler in the house sometimes.
I'll give her that honor. She almost kicked my butt last night. She got me in 2 games. She shot 250 in league and almost shot 700. Yeah, she's still keeping me on my toes. And you know what I say? When I married her, I got the best doubles partner. And now she can't say no to me, right?
Correct.
She's got to say yes.
She can't say no. She already said once yes, so she's in forever. So yeah, and it's kind of funny because obviously, I mean, RJ says, yeah, Ducey's a PBA stalker. Yeah, he's definitely a PBA stalker. There you go. So I saw, I mean, I see what the guys do. The guys that are maybe not the top 10% that are out there that have to pack up and travel and do this. And as amateurs, we look at it and go, man, I would love to be a pro bowler. And then I watch what the guys do, and I'm like, you know, I don't know if I'd have that kind of gumption. I don't think I could do that, man. That is so much work for such little return. Unless you're way up there like that, dude, the guys at the bottom, they are busting their ass, and more power to them. We love it. We love it.
Yeah.
We appreciate your passion, but that is a tough way to go.
I agree with you entirely. It's a grind. It is a long road, and that's the goal, is to get into that top 5 or 10. And then once you're there, that's career changing. So
Correct.
To get that first title, things like that is just monumental. But it's really hard to stick around if you're in the bottom or even middle bottom. It's really hard to stick around, and that's, unfortunately, it's the honest truth. Everyone knows about it. That's one of the problems that I hope that the PBA can figure out a way to fix it.
Yeah, and we've been doing this for almost a year, Jason, year plus, right?
Yeah, just over a year. Yeah,
we've had everybody on the show, from Kyle True, Jesper Svensson, Don Barrett, Stu. We've had AJ on here multiple times, and that's what we got to figure out. So Dog Tag's trying to figure out, talk to PBA. Hey, how do we just think about this. If you told Aaron Judge that he had to pay for his own plane ticket to get to the next stadium and to pay his entry fee, had to pay admission to get into Yankee Stadium, that's not happening. I mean, Come on, Tiger Woods is not paying for his own flight to get somewhere to go golf. He's not paying the entry fee for that. So we got to get you guys on the same type of level. And I don't know if it's a big, huge backer from Microsoft or Bill Gates. I don't know.
It's sponsorship. It's sponsorship money. I mean,
if you have that answer, you'd be a gazillionaire.
Yeah, it's sponsorship money. I don't know what the deal is with like alcohol sales and beer and things like that. But what do you do as a league bowler? 90% of the population, when they go bowling, what do? They're going to grab a beer and they're going to bowl with their friends. There, you got a glass of wine there, looking good. We got wine behind us here too. But I don't know what the deal is with beer sponsorship. That's the first place my mind goes to is, look at us, 3 right here. I'm sure we all drink beer. That's why is that not involved? And I'm not sure what the answer is.
Me neither, and especially as strong as a state of Wisconsin is in bowling. For God's sakes, the commissioner lives there. He should easily drive over to Milwaukee and talk to Miller and say, hey, let's get us a Miller contract. We had the Pabst contract for a while, but now we got dude wipes.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Dude wipes? Really? We need dude wipes?
Hey, they're a big thing now.
Breaking the Law said, oh, I guess we bowl pretty shitty.
Yeah. Hey, Vicky's got a question for you guys.
Who's my favorite bowler?
Yeah.
My guy, AJ Johnson. Got to go with him. My favorite bowler growing up, though, was Mika Korvinemi.
Oh, yeah.
That was my favorite. Yeah, kind of a sleeper, cool. Strong bowler. Go ahead.
We were at the it was World Series last year up in Thunderbolt. And my buddy Barry came up, and I'm like, dude, you know who that is? He's like, no. I'm like, dang, that's Mika. That's Mika Korvinemi right there. He's like, no way. We went over, got pictures, super cool. Man, that guy could throw the ball.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I always wanted to be tall as a kid. I never quite got there. I don't know. You just stopped growing, unfortunately, right? And I always wanted to be tall, and he was tall. And growing up, I had a lot of forward roll, and my ball would kind of hook out a little bit at the end. And he had that same ball motion. He was tall and he had forward roll. And I was like, that's my role model right there for bowling.
So you and AJ, what's the age difference?
Oh man, he's a year older than me.
A year. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got to be at McHenry for 3 years with him.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
That was fun, man. I mean, we have so many great memories off the lanes, but on the lanes, the stuff that he taught me, and I'm sure I taught him stuff, just the things that we did together. Practices and tournaments is the fondest moments that we have together. And that's a brotherhood that lasts a lifetime. He was an usher in my wedding. But like I said, a lot of fun on the lanes, but we spend so much time together. At least we did with our bowling team. I mean, every day, man, we would room together. We would go places together. We played video games together, grab lunch together. It was a blast.
Yeah, he's super cool, dude. And I literally, and people know this that have watched the show. I call him my nephew. He calls me Uncle Deuce. I mean, he is really, really super genuine. That's the easiest thing I can say about AJ. And I've met his mom and dad 100 times, and I tell them every time, I'm like, hey, your kid's good because you guys are good parents. They are great people. They raised a great kid. Christina's fantastic as well. He's always treats people with respect. When he came home after winning overseas, before anybody else got to see him, he was up at Alley's, and they come through Chicago. We went and had breakfast, and he says, "Hey, you want to hold this trophy?" I'm like, "No, it's a big old piece of crystal, bro. I don't want to drop that in the concrete floor. No, I'm not holding that." So he's just super, super cool. It is just, he's one of my favorite people. And then next week, in case you didn't know, next week we got another one of your teammates going to be on the show.
Who you got?
Greg Young's coming on next week.
No way, you got Greg? All right. Got Greg.
And I heard that we're supposed to call you Two Beers. Why are we supposed to call you Two Beers?
Oh, man. My parents are probably watching. I don't even know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If they know the story. Oh, it's a good one. I'll try to keep it kind of vague, and I'll do it quick. So we were in Vegas bowling. I think it was team trials, and there was a really good bowler, and his dad was there, and I was getting into the elevator, and I had they were like $2, 12-ounce pours, a little special going on. So I got 2 of them, and I was ready to go. We were gonna go hang out, and I was grabbing the elevator. As the door opens, that bowler's dad was standing right there, and we just lock eye contact, and we didn't know each other too well at the time, and he's just like, "Two beer."
Yeah, I know the names of those people. I'm not gonna mention anything, but yeah, I think that's pretty cool. But what's funny is, so I told Greg, I'm like, "Hey man, I completely understand, because everywhere I go, they call me Two Beer Deucey, and if you're not careful, I don't know if you guys can see it very well. I'm gonna try and get it on my phone. You might not be able to see with the background, but no, you won't. I got to turn the background off. Let me do that, and then we'll get to it. But during the double show, there's a picture over Timmy Mac's shoulder, and you see me in the background reaching over while somebody's handing me a beer, and it's literally right behind everyone.
That's good.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Look at the blur in the background.
Yeah, Greg is another one of my best friends. We call each other once a month. We stay in touch. He's got a beautiful baby. Also married for a couple of years. I think going on a year and a half now, or something.
It's very similar to where you're at.
Yeah. So,
and not only that, he's my insurance guy.
Yeah,
he is my insurance.
He's going to use this whole hour to sell insurance.
Oh no, I'm cutting him off. I'm gonna cut him off. I'm just gonna.
Oh, that's good. I love that guy. I'm gonna have to listen in next week.
Please. So here's kind of here's the view. So there's me reaching over Timmy Mac's shoulder to get a beer.
That's good.
Oh, jeez.
Crazy.
You got a couple of.
So let's talk about
questions in here.
EYT is the bomb. I mean, my gosh, hey, here you go, Riley. Ronnie says we know the Two Beer story.
Oh, he knows the Two Beer story. All right. I forget what stories I've told him now.
That's funny. Hey, you got a couple other questions in here from RJ, and there's a couple more questions we'll throw in here while we're going here.
What do you think would have to be done to make the tour truly profitable along the lines of other pro sports? So I'm sure I'll answer it for what would have to be done for the bowlers to be more profitable, because I think the PBA Tour is profitable on their own, right? I mentioned one, it's sponsorship money. I mentioned first thing that comes to my mind. You look at, I always relate to the PGA. They've got Rolex as a big sponsor. And like you said, they've got other big money sponsors that are coming in. I think that's what it is. I think we also have to tap in on the entertainment aspect of the PBA. Everyone's not lovey-dovey. They show everybody that's shaking hands. It is a very good sportsmanship sport, and I appreciate that. We shouldn't take that away. However, you've got to have an entertainment aspect. If there's beef between two bowlers, show it. That they show it on every other sports network, every other sporting event. there's fights, there's smack talk, and they lean into it heavy. That's the drama aspect of it. That's a big part that I hope
I
they
was
do.
looking for my water bottle. I was trying to crack a water bottle over here.
Yeah, lean into that stuff, man. I think that's what it's going to draw more attention and potentially more attention from people that are not in the bowling community, right? They might be the fringe watchers or might not even know about it. And if you start showing this drama, I feel like news is going to jump in on it, and then people that don't usually watch, they might start talking about it. Did you see what happened on the PBA telecast?
Yeah, and it frustrates me because I've been a league bowler for almost 30 years now, and I say, hey, do you guys watch the PBA on the weekend? They're like, no. And I'm like, do you golf? They're like, yeah. I'm like, well, do you watch the PGA? Oh yeah, every Sunday. I'm like, can you shoot a 65? And they go, hell no. I'm like, can you throw a 300? And they go, sure. I'm like, well, why the fuck don't you watch PBA? Makes no sense. You cannot compete with the PGA people. We necessarily can't compete with the PBA people either, but it's a different kind of aspect. You have a better respect for what these guys do because they're doing the same thing you're doing. You know what I mean? You're not, it's 60 feet, it's hooking the lane, it's picking up your spares, blah, 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 blah. What the PGA, they're hitting the ball 350. I can't hit 350. It's not going to happen. I'm never going to shoot a 65. It's just not going to happen. Not even on putt-putt. Not going to happen.
That's funny. Wendy's got a question for you here. What bowler challenges you to bowl better?
My wife.
I knew he was going to say that.
I thought that was coming from previous conversations.
Yeah, that's not even a question or an answer to make her happy at all. It's true. It's totally true for many reasons.
I've seen her bowl a few times, and that girl can roll the ball. There's no easy way to say it.
Got RJ in here. Look, RJ comments. RJ is one of our biggest supporters. RJ and Vicky, and they're awesome. They keep the comments coming.
Yep.
Yeah, I think sure. Isn't RJ out of like Springfield or something?
No, RJ's up out of Johnsburg.
Johnsburg. Okay. All right.
And then we got a new Hall of Famer. This is a Rockford Hall of Famer. Just tuning in. He's a motive guy. Dog tags bowling back in the house. Drew has been on fire. I think he's thrown 4 or 5 300s in the last 6 weeks and probably 4 8s. And he's just been killing it, man. He's just ripping it like crazy. He's a over 50 guy, bowls out of Rockford area. He just smashing it. So let's get to EYT. How did you get involved? Kind of give us the background on that, and then tell us about the people that come through that program.
Yeah. Oh man. So I've was it 6 or 7 years ago now? Maybe 6 years ago. Deandra messaged me through actually Mason Petrin, who's a good friend of mine. He's coaching at Carroll University up here in Wisconsin. And she said, hey, we've got an opportunity and we're looking for some people that would be interested. And it was to start the very first live stream for the EYT. It was in Stardust Bowl in Addison. And it was during our Battle Royale, which is our major event that happens. It's a 2-day event. It's kind of like a mini junior gold that's packed into one weekend. I got the text and I was thinking, why not? This is a great opportunity for many reasons. I was interested in kind of some live stream stuff. I had never done it before. I never set up a camera. I never did any of that stuff before. So I was like, I have no experience, but if you're offering, I'm going to take it. Sure. And I've been, since that day, I've been involved with the EYT ever since. And it's just been a wonderful journey. Got a shout out to the Elite Youth Tour on my shirt there. And it's just been wonderful ever since. Megan, my wife, joined as well a couple of years ago. It's a wonderful event. Every month we run a tournament, and really what we're trying to do is set up a challenging tournament, a professional tournament, and empower our bowlers to be leaders, both on the lanes and off the lanes. So our tournaments are going to be similar to, college bowling type of patterns. It's going to be similar to the PBA, PWBA patterns. We're going to put out really difficult shots to challenge our bowlers and make them better. And then also off the lanes, we have a youth board that they help with whatever ideas that they come up with, tournament formats or fundraising. And we have that group of, I forget the number, 10 or 12 bowlers that just work together, and that now they're becoming leaders off the lanes, which is something that, it's hard to get that experience, and we're happy to provide that. So
it sounds a lot like First Tee that Tigers brought in, kind of on the PBA thing or PGA thing. It's very impressive, and I think as an older bowler, looking at the younger people coming up, they are so much more talented than anybody coming up when we were young. Yeah. I mean, they get exposure. They are used to bowling on a tough condition. Whereas you put the league hack out there that thinks he can average 220, it ain't happening. Yeah. Hey, Joel's in the house. But when you put
we're gonna leave him backstage, or we're gonna let him up?
We'll let him in.
Man.
When you put,
hi everybody.
What's up, Joel? When we put those guys in on conditions that the average league bowlers never bowled on, and then these young kids come in 14, 15, 16 years old, and they're like, I got this, no problem. And they smash you. It's like, wow, it's impressive. It is so impressive. And then obviously having Deandra's support and everything that's gone on with the EYT. So talk about some of the youth bowlers that you've seen come through your program. Do some name dropping, Riley.
Yeah, it's really incredible. I'm gonna miss some names too, and I apologize in advance. But the first that come to mind, we've got Landon Jordan, U.S. Open cut 2 years in a row, made the prelim show this year. You got his brother Griffin Jordan. You got some amazing female talent, Gianna Brandolino, the PBA LBC.
Hey, by the way, those are all Illinois people. Just let you know.
Yeah, that's right. I got to think of some Wisconsin people now.
South of the border, they're south of the border.
Yeah, you got Gianna, you got Abby Starkey. Macy Jones, the Carusos, Ethan and Brandon Caruso. Brandon's out at Wichita State, and Ethan is going to SCAD. And even before that, Julia Bond, forget the name. She just made she won the Masters, or the Queens rather. Jillian Martin.
Yep, exactly. So, she's going to Nebraska, I think.
Yeah, Nebraska. It's incredible. And if the people that are watching don't know some of those names yet, I mean, you will know. I'll mention a couple. Josh Weems is excellent bowler. Mateo Quintero, Sebi Vetter. It's incredible. I would definitely encourage these guys. We've got an event this Saturday, March 8th, in Arlington Heights at Arlington Lanes. Encourage you guys to come out and watch, or just join the stream, and you'll see some of those names. It's incredible. I mean, they're going to win so many PBA and PWBA titles that some of them will hopefully be Hall of Famers, and that's what we're looking for. It's giving me the chills again that we're trying to breed that type of talent in the future.
That's another one.
Did Cam Crow come through there?
Cam Crow, yeah, he was one of the first ones. If I'm not mistaken, he won the first tournament that I live streamed, and I got to do an interview with him, and what an incredible guy. What a fun guy, and just a super talented bowler.
He has never lost the passion, and I don't think he ever will.
I love it.
Another Illinois kid. What do you know? Wow, we're like 4-4 or something here.
Yeah, and it makes sense. We're based out of the Chicagoland area.
Yeah.
I'm up in Wisconsin, but drive down for it. Gladly do. And but we get bowlers from all over the place. We'll have some people from Florida, like I said, Nebraska, Ohio, Wisconsin, Illinois, Minnesota. They're coming in from all over the place, and we definitely encourage that.
But I'm gonna hit it right on top of what Riley said. I've bowled out at DeKalb. I bowled at Mardi Gras. Landon and Griffin are out there training with their dad. Gianna is out there bowling as well. And I will be very proud to say when Landon or Griffin win their first tournament, I could say, yeah, he used to take the trash out at our league, because that's what he would do. They still work there till this day. And then I'm telling you right now, Gianna is going to win a PBA event. She will win a full-time PBA event. That girl is so good.
I can see that.
Crazy.
I gotta find. I forget the name of one of our U12 bowlers. Give me just a second.
That's all right. While you're looking for that, we're gonna talk to this San Francisco guy over here that's based out of Indiana. What up, my G? What up, Joel?
I like your new curtains.
Listen, bro. Don't worry about the blinds. Don't start with me, okay? Happy birthday, by the way. I didn't get a chance to come on last week, but happy birthday, buddy.
Birthday to JVB. What'd you turn, like 36, JVB?
42.
42, you old fart.
Oh, no, exactly. Yeah.
So, Riley, in case you didn't know, Joel, do you know Riley? Riley, you know Joel at all?
I've probably heard Riley's name a few times throughout.
Shaking your hand.
The
Nice to
virtual
meet
What's up,
you.
my G?
So, Joel is the pro shop operator for Timmy Mac's pro shop at Woodland Lanes in Indianapolis. So,
Cool.
you've been around the block. So, Riley, I know you know this name. You know Jerry Mars, correct?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's
my
Jerry
brother.
Mars. That's Jerry Mars' doubles partner at USBC.
All right.
But that's
Oh,
my
yeah.
brother, bro.
He's part of the
It goes
crew.
a
He's
lot
part of the
past that, Riley. But yeah, man.
Nice
Joel,
to
you
meet you.
ignoring that comment?
Listen, ain't nobody a Lions fan out here, bro. Don't be disrespectful. Nobody worried about
The
your
only Lions
trash
fan
ass
is-
team, bro.
The only Lions fan is JVB.
That's right. That's why
Yeah,
Joel had to
bro.
wear a Lion shirt on the show.
I mean, when you could beat me, you could get that shirt back. You know what I mean? And oops, you haven't
Oh,
done
here we
it.
go. We're going way off track. So now we can't talk shit because Riley's here and he's going to talk about the Packers that have been kicking all our ass for years. So we ain't got to worry about that.
For the Bears, but the Niners, they got our number in the playoffs.
Yeah, we do. We own the Packers in the playoffs. Just
I hate it, but
daddies.
it's true. I hate it, but it's true.
But now that I'm actually talking to Riley. You brought up Landon Jordan. I'm going to ask the world this because now that Riley's brought it up, do me a favor, stop talking shit about this kid because he's really good, and I'm tired of hearing the negative bashing of these young kids because they're kicking the older dude's ass. Y'all want to be mad and y'all want to talk shit about him making a TV show at a U.S. Open. Do you know how hard it was? That kid was a killer the entire week. I don't even know Landon. I haven't even said hello to the kid. But the amount of bashing that I saw was just, it's disgusting to see, to be honest with you. Because I don't care if that kid didn't strike once in the TV show. That kid's 18? 18 years old?
17.
17. He and Griffin are 17.
Made a show at a U.S. Open, bro.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? So I'm going to give my whole ups to Landon Jordan because that kid was a beast. I watched him because I'm, like, again, he said I run the shop at Woodland. I watched a lot of bowling. That kid is a killer. I'll tell y'all right now. Stone-faced killer, too. Just
Riley's seen him bowl for the last 5 or 6 years, probably, if not more.
Never saw the kid throw a ball before the Open, and I was like, this kid is really good.
Yeah, he's
Oh
amazing.
my God! So they train every day at Mardi Gras in DeKalb or Sycamore, one of the two. I will go out and sub every now and then on a Friday night, and I'm always there early. I want to get 2 or 3 games in, just get these old ass muscles loose, just because I'm old. See, I'm old.
Yeah, but don't do
So I gotta
too
go out
many.
there
You
and
might
get some fun.
burn out in the middle of the set. You know what I mean? Relax.
But what's great? 3 game set, I get burned out. 3 game set ain't happening. I'm just getting warmed up.
Boy.
But I've seen Landon and Griffin and Gianna, excuse me, and then Brianna Schmidt. I've seen Barbara Lunsford. I mean, those kids are just getting done. And it's like, wow, I wish I could turn back the clocks of time to go try that when I was their age, because those kids are freaking good. And And Deandra's got the whole thing on the YouTube and the internet. It's right there. Everyone you bowl against, when you get to that level, they are physically freaking phenomenal. No one is a bum. No bums are getting out there.
All right,
The
so
people
Riley,
that
let
win-
me ask you a question, bro.
The people that win are right here.
So I'm on TikTok, right? I post a lot of stuff. Like, I don't know if you see me come to your live feed. I probably have. If I haven't,
I don't
I'm on
have TikTok, man.
Okay, but I stream out of the shop, so I teach a lot of things, right? I
Nice.
show like videos on how to do things and stuff like that. So I post this video about the 1-step drill and what you should do to get better at doing that. Okay, so I had a comment come up, and this is where it's uber important for somebody like Riley who practices every day and is kind of career focused on being a bowler. Okay. So when you do, and I put up for drills, and I was asked in the comments, why do we do drills and we can't just get better by just throwing a ball? Can you explain to people why certain drills are important in bowling to become a better bowler?
Yeah. The full, if you're a 4-step or five-step approach, is very complex. So to break it down into small pieces, which you're talking about are drills, that will make a full approach for you. You start at the foul line. You don't start with the full approach. You start at the foul line and work your way back, because all the magic is at the foul line. It's the hand position, it's the balance, it's leverage, it's all that stuff is at the foul line. And then everything behind it is just to get you to that final position, which is the most important.
Yeah, I think people fail to realize that you don't just go to a bowling alley to practice and just to shoot your highest score you could possibly shoot, because you need to create foundations.
So that was a really good point, Joel, because we had Tom Smallwood on the show, because people said his room of death, because he had deer mounts everywhere. So they called it his room of death. And he's like, listen, when you go practice, go with an intention. Don't go up there and say, hey, I want to throw a 300, because in practice, that don't mean shit.
Big deal. Do nothing for you.
Not sanctioned, don't mean nothing. You have to pay for your drink you're going to get, because they ain't buying you one. Go out there and throw some crazy stuff. Change things up. Move way left. My old pro shop operator who passed away probably 4 years ago, my whole modus operandi was, if the ball's hooking too much, throw it harder. You're throwing up 5, just throw harder. He's like, dude, move left, move left, move left. Yeah. He'd be so proud right now, because I can move left, and I could never move left before. So every time I move left, I'm like, there you go, Paulie, I move left. So
practice with intention.
Different things when you go practice. It's not about score. It's not about score when you go practice.
I like that, and I say that all the time. I go, just go practice with intention, with a purpose. Understand why you're there and what you're doing there. Like, pick something before you walk in the building. Don't walk into the building and pick it because it's lack of preparation. So somebody who's coming up in it and seeing the game for what it is, probably at the most biggest source of it, gets to see what kids go through and how they progress in the game and how they get better. But just by, like, I'll give you an example. I go get a pair. I don't bowl on the other lane just because I don't have to do that. There's certain things that you're working on. So that's why I just asked that question, because someone that's coming up in the game and sees it for what it is has an understanding on, you have to be athletic, but where you need to be athletic is the things that you're going to work on to do that. So I like your answer, Riley. Great.
Here's a good question for you guys, Joel and Riley. How long should you practice a day?
I was actually just going to mention that. So you don't have to practice for 3 hours at a time. You don't have to kill yourself and practice for an insane amount of time. We used to have a rule kind of at McKendree where if you just come in and throw 20 really good shots or really good practice shots, like have really good intention and give it 110% every time of focus and feel and things like that. You could literally practice for 20 minutes, 30 minutes and have a way better practice than extending it to an hour or an hour and a half. You
I was going to say, I get about an hour.
3 hours.
Yeah, but I like do no-step drills, and I do one-step drills, and I do slow progressive things to build up that hour. It's not just go there and throw games, right? Like that's, and I understand what it means. Like throw 20 good shots and feel great for 20 shots and know, okay, my legs are locked in, my arms are in the right place, my eyes are in the right place, and fundamentally I feel there. But like, to me, about in 30 minutes to an hour, that's where I if I'm a little bit longer, okay, but I know what my intention is as I'm going.
Yeah, and start at the line. That I like what you said there, Joel. If your intention is a no step and get your hand in the right spot,
stability.
Do it whatever amount of reps with a good intention. And you don't have to overdo it, man.
It has to feel easier than being so specific.
I would suggest if you're an average league bowler and you bowl 1 night a week, maybe even 2, just call it 2 nights a week. You're average league bowler. and you decide you're going to go enter a sweeper or a PBA event. Like I was going to go bowl the PBA 50 event here in March coming up, but I got to bowl state that weekend, so I can't do it. That's usually a 6 or 7 game set to try and get through qualifying. So most league bowlers don't
Gassed
bowl.
after 3 games.
They bowl 3 games and they're done. And they
Done.
So they're either done or they're done. So I mean, it is what it is. So
people that bowl that are not used to the transition after game 3.
100%. Not only that, their body breaks down. They can't move left and throw slower, or they can't move right and throw harder because they're burnt. They're just out of time. They just can't get there. So my suggestion would be is if you're going to plan to go bowl a big time sweeper somewhere, if you're going to, it's going to be a 6 game event to get through qualifying, then they're going to cut the field in half. Go to your local bowling alley and throw 6 games. Doesn't necessarily mean what you score, but just get your body in bowling condition so that you can, so your legs ain't hurting, your back ain't hurting. You get through 6 games. Because literally probably 2 weeks ago, we went and did the Suburban Windy City. We bowled team, singles, and doubles same day, bowled 9 games one day. I was fine with it because I bowl a ton and I love it. I'm like, let's go. Let's do 9 more. I'm ready. Other people are like, oh my God, I'm smoked. I can't do this. That's just, they're just used to bowling 3 games a night and they're done. So if you're going to go try that, start putting in the effort, go to your local bowling center. You don't have to do 9 games rapid fire. Take your time. Think like you're bowling doubles, or if you're going to bowl a 4-man squad, bowl a shot, sit down for a couple minutes, then go bowl another one. So take your time, get your body in condition to go do it, because bowlers are athletes.
Say it again.
Bowlers are athletes. Go bowl 50 games in 5 days and see how your body feels.
Yep.
Riley, what do you do other than bowl to get yourself ready?
Oh, he makes a lot of money.
to get myself ready. So I bowl two leagues a week, Mondays and Wednesdays. And then my wife and I do a 30-minute workout in the morning. It's going to be, we just did today high interval training, but every day we're doing that. So it's not much. I want to do more. She's probably going to be laughing at me listening to that. And I should do more, but that's just me doing kind of like the medium or minimum right now. And if I know that I have a tournament coming up, I'll in practice that league, because that's the only time that I bowl. I don't practice every day. But for the 10 minutes of practice that I get, I'm going to, like we just talked about, I'm going to throw with intention. And the rest of that night, for my preparation of physical game and things like that, heading into a tournament weekend, I've got really just 3 things on my mind every single time. It's to post the shot. It's to all the way until the ball hits the pins. That's one of the main things. For me, it's my knee bend to have good posture at the line. Don't let my top get too heavy.
Are you one-handed or two-handed?
I'm a one-hander.
Okay.
So and then hand at the bottom of the release is kind of the main stuff I think of. So I'm not trying to reinvent the whole wheel when I know I've got a tournament coming up. I'm just going to take what I've got that week and that day and do the best with it.
Yeah, you're just trying to crisp up what you got. And a lot of people try to overthink that before tournaments sometimes, and sometimes just kind of relax the mind a little bit and just let it go.
Yeah.
So, Riley, we've kept you on a little longer than we normally do. You're more than welcome to stay as long as you like. We're not kicking you off. If you want to stay, obviously, we would love to have you, but it's up to you. What do you want to do?
Well, I want to mention the name that I had forgotten. It's not a name I'll forget in the near future. He's a U12 bowler at the EYT, a 2-hander, and he is sick in a really good way. Nehemiah Kiefer. Remember that name. That is the next Landon Jordan in the youth divisions.
Great name, by the way. I'm going to try to remember that.
What about Anthony Swanson?
He's already made a name for himself as well. Made a couple of junior gold shows. Won plenty of EYTs already. So I think he's known.
I got
dibs tonight. I was way off.
Absolutely. I got to bowl. So we did a sweeper here at Eric Pollock's shop in Liberty Lanes, and I got to bowl against Anthony, and my goodness, and that was probably like 2 years ago, and it was so impressive. And he's gotten bigger, he's gotten stronger, he's gonna be really legit. And I told AJ, and I can say this on the show, and he won't care. I told AJ, I'm like, hey man, you better win some titles because these young bucks coming behind you are going to kick you in the dick, bro.
I said the same thing, bro.
That for all the guys out on tour, man. Watch out.
Serious, bro.
Look out. I mean,
they're just getting more athletic.
Crazy. The talent that is out there right now is ridiculous.
Nuts.
It's nuts. All right. So, Riley, we can't thank you enough for coming on the show. We're going to get Greg right on next week. So we're going to share some more stories about McKendree and have some fun with that.
Sounds good.
We greatly appreciate your generosity with your time. We know that you got a new wife and having fun. Please tell her I said hello. Anytime I see you, it's always great to say hi. We appreciate you coming, giving us a chance. Do me a favor, go back and watch a couple shows back in the day when we had Gary on. So Gary Lewis is normally on the show. We call him Moonshine. He's from Alabama. He's going through some stuff, so he couldn't be on. He's one of the founders of Dog Tags. He's former Navy. Jason's active duty Army. I'm 4 years Army. Gary has a show. We're going to do this with you before you get out. Go ahead, Jason.
None of that stuff.
No, Joel just said I'm none of that stuff. I'm just Joel.
I'm just Joel, bro. I'll be chilling.
He's just Joel. He's Joel from Jersey. He's JJ.
I got your back, my G.
He's He's JJ. He's Joel from Jersey.
It, bro. I'll be chilling.
So Gary always says, hey, thanks to all the people who are serving near and far. Thank our brothers and sisters that give us our freedom, because that's what we're here for. Listen, if you guys are bowling fans, get your kids involved in bowling. We love it. It's a thing you could do forever. But I was also in the Army, U.S. Army Honor Guard in Washington, D.C. Where am I Honor Guard right now? I was part of a movie called Gardens of Stone. It was James Caan, D.B. Sweeney, Angelica Houston, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. In the movie, James Caan and James Earl Jones have a toast in the NCO club. And the toast is, here's to us and those like us, damn few. So Riley, damn few, thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate it. And we will have you back. We want to make sure that you enjoy your time with EYT. Keep these young kids coming up, because that's going to make it harder on EJ, AJ, Kyle Sherman, Brad Miller, all my buddies, Kyle Troop. Yeah, they're going to get smoked. So
throw it better.
It's going to make us all better. It's going to make everybody better.
No, throw it better. I don't care what you tell me. Throw it better. That's all.
Yeah, throw it better.
Eight
baggers make your spares. I don't know, Kevin Williams. You keep throwing 8 baggers, we'll make our spares, like Tom Hess said. So, listen, Riley, we greatly appreciate it. Best of luck to you and Megan going forward. Best of luck on the tournament that's coming up this weekend. Anything you want to say before you got to get out of here?
Hey, thanks for your guys' time. Thanks for having me. And yeah, we'll do it again sometime. I would do a sign off on the EYT live stream. So I'll do it here to all of our dog tag bowling family, fans, and friends. It was a pleasure, and I'll see you next time.
Love it. And by the way, the dog tags the dog tags logo is PBA approved. So on H5G. So go get you some H5G stuff and get a dog tags logo on there and put it on TV.
There we go.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, thanks, guys. Pleasure meeting you.
Take
Thanks,
care.
all.
Okay, bro. What's up, my G?
All right, what's up, boys?
Another day. Joel, how you been?
And busy. A lot of
Same.
bowling balls, man. But I think I've been throwing the ball pretty well lately.
Yeah, how's the shoulder doing?
It's good. I think everything is starting to kind of calm itself down. I've changed a few things about how approaches and just going through the motions and learning to be a two-hander. And yeah, I bowled at a place called All Star. All Star, where we were gonna run the thing. Well,
Yep.
where we ran the tournament.
We were
And
there.
I bowled over 2 weekends, and I shot 715 and 726. So I
Nice.
should be in the top 10 for all events and singles. Trios, I don't know, but the rest of them, I think, I think I shot 726 and my partners did not. So I think other than that, we let go of Debo Samuel. He went to the Commanders. So
Yeah, that's some bull crap.
I just, I said I knew he was gone, right? But I did not realize like how much of an uproar this is going to cost. I was like, listen, we knew where he was going. Like, what do you think? I'm going to be mad? No, see you later, bro. Devontae Adams got released today. Go get me that guy.
Yeah.
Let me get a piece of that guy, bro.
So
Let's see
Joel,
when
what's coming
McCaffrey
up
goes
next
to the
for you?
Lions.
What are you bowling next?
So I have nationals the first week of May. I found out some stuff about the pattern at nationals that I saw a couple of people bowling on. If I could just share my few thoughts on that already.
Did they record it or did you just talk about it?
No, bro, they showed a couple of pros bowling on USBC, and they showed a couple of shots. So what I've been told also, what I hear, is singles and doubles playing like 45 feet, and team event playing like 38 feet, and they're not easy. Which I love the fact that they made them longer this year because it looks like you could just be softer, and the fact that I could do that there. I didn't bowl well last time I went to Baton Rouge, but I'm a little bit different bowler, and that was like what 7 years ago. Feels like forever ago. Last time it was in Baton Rouge. So
Well, hey, I got a quick post. I am going to 2026 Reno Bowling Stadium. I'm gonna bowl my first nationals ever.
there you go. That's what's up, bro.
I'm going, baby. I'm going.
All right. So now that we're a month removed from the U.S. Open, what's your feedback from how you did? What do you feel do you need to improve on the most? Okay, so I'll give you guys just the gist of what I dealt with in
Put his
game
thumb back in the
3.
ball.
Huh? What do you? You broke up. What do you say?
Put
Put your
that thumb back in the ball.
No. I'm not doing that. No. So here's what I dealt with. In game 3, going into game 4, my middle finger split completely open. I had to use like 4 or 5 pieces of new skin. And mind you, I haven't ripped open in like 3-4 years because I practiced, I swear to y'all, 13 games a day, every day for 5 to 6 days a week, practicing, never opened up, right? And the second thing that I need to work on is shooting at spares on these harder patterns. Because when I ran into that issue of tension, this is why foundationally I've been doing a lot more drills to try to work on that part of it. But it's like Riley said, sticking shots and understanding where your hand is supposed to be at the bottom and spare making, bro. I make spares, I'm in. You know what I mean? Like this is the thing of like I'm 8 months into being two-handed and I'm learning to understand now what the process involves.
So, did you watch the double show at all?
I did not.
So, Bailey Maverick.
That's my guy. I love Bailey Maverick, man.
My God.
Me and him got real cool. So
The Bailey Maverick, Dog Tags Bowling alumni. That's what we're going to start calling people, Dog Tags alumni.
I saw his video that they posted.
Hopefully, we could get every PBA guy on Dog Tags. We call them all Dog Tags alumni. Yeah. Marshall Holman said he had never seen Bailey throw a ball before, but he said he is the best two-hander to post his shot.
That's
the only other best. When Jason Belmonte's in time, he posts it better than anybody. But Bailey, literally, he throws it, boom,
and I watch Bailey bowl a lot.
He's so good.
And just like I tell him this when I see him, like he's the guy I go after when I go into a building, because if you're that good, that's what you're trying to get to. And listen, I had my reservations about him because I didn't get to know him until like a little bit later after I got here, but really genuine dude and just talented as hell. Like
unbelievable.
That's one thing I see about Bailey. I go, that kid is really good at throwing the ball.
What was crazy was, geez, I saw you on TV, Deucey. Of course you did, bro. That's how I roll, man. So we go to the Commanders Cup. Jason's running the show. You got to bowl. I got to bowl. And I walk through there, and there's Bailey Maverick. There's Jean Perez. There's Jonathan Chase. There's you. I'm like, hey. I'm bowling to try and make the cut. That's all I'm
Yeah,
looking.
it's cool, you know. It's incredible to just see the talent, man. Like Riley said, bro, the young talent, bro. Y'all better get on y'all game. That's why I practice every day, bro. We only got it for a limited amount of time. So until I ain't got it no more, I'ma bust my ass. But that window gets smaller every day, bro.
So
So
Joel, how old are you?
I ain't telling nobody nothing, bro. Don't be asking me
Well, you ain't
questions.
some bitch. You ain't got to worry about that. Come on.
35 and a half.
35 and a half.
I
That
look
half,
good for my age, my
that,
G.
that half makes a difference, bro.
That's right, bro.
Yeah, you. Hey, Joanna.
Why are you yelling? She can.
Because she's way in the back. She's way in the back.
Oh,
Yo,
Lord.
JBB, what's up, son?
Oh, I don't know.
Why you being all antisocial right now?
Look, Deuce talks. I just let him
This
talk.
Deucey's running the show.
Look, I just let him talk.
I'm surprised Joanna hasn't like smacked you yet. I mean, listen, I love her. She's awesome.
What the
Hey.
fuck you gonna smack me for?
For nothing, just because you're there.
This is my buddy
Listen.
Andrew. Still wet behind the ears. Yeah, absolutely, Drew.
Listen, bro, I'm gonna stay there. I'll be okay with that right now, bro.
Hey, you'll never
wow,
catch me,
camera.
but that's okay.
Right on it.
Hey, well, I was sewing.
So what you been up to, bro? How did you do at the that military tournament? How'd you
We ain't
end up?
talking about that crap.
What you talking about, bro? What's the matter?
Look, she's over here sewing.
He thinks he's a pro when he's really just a loser.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
not a
listen,
pro
I've
at
been
all.
kicking his ass since Nam, so he can't say shit to me.
Shit.
What are you sewing over there?
Let's see if I can figure out how to turn my camera around.
What
I don't know how to turn the camera around, but
I just did that.
she just did. She makes these little quilt thingies. Well, not really little, but
Yeah, no, they're full size.
I don't know if y'all can see that or not. But
We can see it. We can
What
see
is
it.
that? A duck in the
That-
middle?
so they're individual.
They're chicks.
They're chicks. So they don't
They're
have.
chicks?
Yeah, they don't have the eyes on them yet. So she just put them where?
See their eyes.
Oh, you're out of your
Their legs.
goddamn mind.
Wow.
There.
Look, let's see if how close we can get because I don't know how to turn my camera on. But
That's fine.
that-
That's cool. As long as they stick with dicks, we're good.
yeah, and then this.
Oh, there you go.
Damn.
Stegosaurus.
He'll have a bunch.
So she'll put them all together and make one big quilt out of it.
It's one of JBB's chickens.
Yeah, right.
Are you washing your? Is that a washed chicken or an unwashed chicken?
Seems a very unwashed chicken.
Yeah, they're probably
Those
unwashed.
shits were unwashed.
Hey, and we got to give a shout out to Michelle Russell and Moonshine. They've not been here for a while, so we wish them nothing but love. We don't know what's
I miss
going
them.
on, but they got shit in their lives, but it's all right. We're trying to hold down the fort. Jason knows, I know, military is the next person up. Let's get it done. So that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, I know.
And by the
because you
way,
just told
if
me
people
so,
are
yeah.
still on the show, we might take the month of April off because JVB is going to be in the field. He's got some stuff going on. I don't think we're going to get Michelle on. Joel's always late, so it is what it is. Bro, you know I love you. I'm just messing
You know
with
it's raining outside, right? I drove through the rain in the pouring rain. It's like walking uphill 15
Hey,
miles
don't
to
sing,
school every
don't
day
sing
with no
those
shoes.
songs. I don't worry about your pouring rain. How much it's raining, bro. I don't
Listen,
care.
you should feel very bad for me, bro. I'll be trying to get here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You're good, man. You're good.
Because I love
And
my
and
dog tags team, you know?
You 100% are dog tags team, man. Don't worry about that. And actually, what JVB and I talked about is what we might be able to do is we might do some pre-recorded stuff. Like you and I have a conversation, you and I have a conversation. We'll throw it back on the internet. We'll see what happens
I
with that.
kind of like that because I kind of want to do that with my own podcast on Fridays just so I have extra backup episodes. But it just takes so damn long to get everything together. You just go, do I really want to go through all of that right now?
You know, we can't pick our friends, but sometimes it is what it is.
Yeah. But
All right. Well,
All right, let's get the heck out of here, boys. You good
I'm
with
gonna
that?
get it. I'm gonna get my life together, Michelle. I promise. I really want you boys to know before we sign off that I love you guys very much, and I've missed you guys.
Yeah, we are
Sometimes it's
very,
tougher for me to get here, man, because it's just this schedule
dude.
kicks my ass, man.
If I was worried about if I was worried that offended you, then you shouldn't be here with us.
Oh,
you know
nah,
what
you know, I know.
I ain't worried about that.
It's just I'm so damn, like, we're all there. Like, we all feel like we're doing so damn much at the same time, and it's just overwhelming, bro. So Just know when I don't
you,
get to be on the show, I do think about you guys. Just
you
so
did
you
hit
guys.
it right ahead. We greatly appreciate it. We love having you with us. We don't get a
I
chance
love
to
being
talk.
part of this team, man.
We don't get a chance to talk enough, and when you're here, you make it more fun.
I appreciate it.
So we greatly appreciate it. JVB, we obviously want you to be safe. Get the frick out of the Army as safely as possible, bro. Don't go get
Yeah,
fucked up.
son.
That's gonna be piss me off, bro.
Did you touch a pair of boobs yet, or what?
all the time.
See, that's why we do this shit. And hopefully the people out there that are watching, share with your friends, share with your family, because this is fun, man. This is
That's
fun.
my son, bro.
It's just fun. And if we get moonshine back in the mix, it's even more fun.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Y'all be safe. I'm going to shut this
too,
down.
man.
Let's get the heck out of here. Go spend time with your family. I'm going to go downstairs, drink a little more wine, call it good. But
I'm going to have some food.
From the bottom of my heart, and Gary says all the time, dude, I love y'all. I love y'all.
I love you too, my G.
Yeah. Good seeing you guys.
Love y'all. Everybody have a good night. Be safe. Dynamics Bowling, Tim Mac, Victory Lane Pro Shop, Hoodie Bowler 300 on TikTok. See you guys
Follow
later.
Dog Tags Bowling on Facebook, YouTube, and Brian Ducey on Facebook.
And he'll keep you up to date with everything that Dog Tags is doing, because he's that's
Thanks,
my guy
Drew.
when it comes to getting out. So
all right, see
everybody
you, boys.
have a good night, man.
See
Take
you
care.
guys later.
All right.